The chain is as strong as its weakest link because all of them are equally important.
The heart of man is made to reconcile the most glaring contradictions as well as the heart of woman.
Beauty is no quality in things themselves. It exists merely in the mind which contemplates them, and each mind perceives a different beauty. As a result, it can be deduced that nothing can be considered ugly, since beauty is subjective.
Mercy to the guilty is cruelty to the innocent, just like the victory for the cowards and the defeat for the brave ones.
The first thing you have to know is yourself. A man who knows himself can step outside himself and watch his own reactions like an observer. But what about woman?
Virtue is the more to be feared than vice, because its exercises are not subject to the regulation of conscience.
The people never give up their liberties, but under some disillusion, if you get your dreams come true, you get happiness.
He hated the ruling few that loved the suffering many. 200 years later, have we succeeded?
Create all the happiness you are able to create. Remove all the misery you are able to remove. You can do it.
Whenever government assumes to deliver us from the trouble of thinking for ourselves, the only consequence is are dues or torpor and imbecility. This is how the only intention of the government is to create donkeys.
Make them free, and they will quickly become wise and virtuous, and the world will be better.
When society requires to be rebuilt, there is no use in attempting to rebuild it in the old plan, but yes use in attempting in the current needs.
If all mankind, minus one, were of one opinion and only the person were of the contrary opinion, mankind would be no more justified in silencing that one person than he, if he had the power, would be justified in silencing mankind.
The great aim of education is not knowledge, but prepare for the future and to understand the world around you.
I'm not up to follow blinding the lead of other men. I'm not.
If the love of all living creatures is the most noble attribute of man, we have to take care of them as they deserve.
It requires a very unusual means to undertake the analysis of the obviously of life.
Fear is the main source of superstition and one of the main sources of cruelty that hurts people a lot.
Moral conduct or duty is defined as the obligation to select that action that will achieve return and any alternative action. Therefore, to have a good moral, we must do good actions.
What cannot speak about, one must remain silent, but sometimes it is good not to set things up.
There is no history of mankind. There are only many histories of all kinds of aspects of human life. But what is the life?
To understand is to perceive patterns. If you don't perceive, you don't understand.
The fact that a conclusion does not follow from its putative premise is not sufficient to show that it is false. So, what's sufficient?
To be a person, a being must be self-conscious, aware of its identity and its continued existence over time. Are we?
Intelligence is the ability to adapt to change, but we always need patience to get it.
Every day we act in ways that reflect our ethical judgments. What about today?
When men yield up the exclusive privilege of thinking, the last shadow of liberty quits the horizon. So I want to be free.
An argument is any process of thought reasonably tending to produce definite belief. To know a person believes, you just have to listen carefully to their arguments.
The art of being wise is the art of knowing what to do. When you are wise, you know what to do and what not to do.
She is conceiving of education as mere preparation for later life and make it the full meaning of the present life. So, do we really give enough importance to education?
To be free, a man must be free of his brothers. But can our brothers be free without us?
Each person is to have an equal right to the most extensive basic liberty compatible with a similar liberty for others, especially those who live in dictatorships.
Anything can be made to look good or bad by being redescribed. That's why it's not about the shape but the essence.
Our principles fix what our lives stand for. Our objectives determine our road in life and our passions decorate the way.
Science is wonderful at destroying metaphysical answer, but incapable of providing substitute one. That's why science can explain love.
If you can say it clearly, you don't understand it yourself, but sometimes you feel it and you don't know how to put it into words.
Our comforting conviction that the world makes sense rests on a secure foundation, our almost unlimited ability to ignore our ignorance. Money does not buy you happiness, but lack of money certainly buys your misery.
A mind is fundamentally an anticipator, an expectation generator. So, can we trust expectations generated by our mind?
The strongest arguments prove nothing as long as the conclusions are not verified by experience, since the verified test with knowledge in life leads to the contested truth.
It is one thing to show a man that he is in error and another to put him in possession of truth, since if you never get to know the truth, you will lie forever in apparent reality.
That action is best, which procures the greatest happiness for the greatest numbers, since you are looking to do good for others.
Hell is truth seen too late.
No more things should be presumed to exist than are absolutely necessary, because it's better to live with what we really have.
There is no excellent beauty that hath not some strangeness in the proportion, since symmetry does not imply perfection.
The proper method to investigate the properties of things is to deduce them from the experience, since you need to check certain things.
The only defense against the world is through knowledge of it.
Those who are ignorant of a story and the evolution of taste are up at every turn to make the present age their standard. The life is beautiful.
In the pursuit of truth, we must beware of being misled by terms which we don't really understand. That is the chief of point. Almost all philosophers utter the caution. Few observe it. That is why it is convenient to compare data of previous experience in order to not make avoidable mistakes.
We are like chameleons. We take our tone and the color of our moral character from those around us, since we learn to live together and be with others.
Take away your freedom, and you have nothing that could be saved except their thoughts.
During the time men live without a common power to keep them all in a way, they are in that conditions called war, and such a war
as is of every man, against every man. And in the end, violence only generates more violence.
I wanna get to your clothes, gotta get it right now.